Welcome to another episode of Walk and Talk. Today it is mainly going to be just uh, talking because it's been raining all day long. I'm currently here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and I want to use this episode to talk a bit about my experiences as a digital nomad. Like the first two, it's been now 2 weeks that I'm trying and testing and experimenting and seeing how it goes being a digital nomad. And what you can see back there, that's actually Chiang Mai. That's the view from the apartment building I'm at. So the first, I'd say like 10 days, I stayed in Bangkok, which was not as easy as I thought. I have to admit. Because I was struggling quite a lot to find a decent internet connection. As some of you might have noticed, I started a podcast where I talked to a whole bunch of people. But the main problem was that I couldn't really find a good connection to record my show. So one episode I tried recording was like a very bad quality. The connection kept breaking down. But anyway, so and I also got the chance to stay with a friend in Bangkok. A good friend I know from Shanghai who's now working in Bangkok, so I crashed it on his couch for a bit. It was really great because I got the chance to talk a little bit French because he's from France. And so after like 10 days or so, I got sick of trying to find a place with a good internet connection. And I decided to book a flight to Chiang Mai, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm at a really cool apartment. I only paid $10 a night, which is incredible. It's an apartment, yeah, I can show you around. Like, wait a minute, I'll just walk around a bit. And then you can also see the apartment. Wait, there's a window. Wait a second. So, that's the apartment. There's like a lot of mess in here right now. Let me turn on the light real quick. So, here's my laptop. That's where I work. Here's a couch kind of thing. Here's a toilet. Let me turn on the lights. So here's a toilet. Here's where I sleep. It's very messy. I actually never really planned to show you all of this, but I think it's incredible. All of this stuff for just $10 a night, which makes it really worth it, I think. So that's the place where I'm gonna stay for probably the next 2 weeks, and so yeah, here you can enjoy the view from my balcony a bit. Yeah. So that's Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is, as you can tell, it's pretty humid. It's sort of a jungle. It's sort of in a jungle. Uh, but so the weather is usually kind of good, but today it's like it rains a lot. So what can I say? Like the first 2 weeks, what did I learn? I learned that being a digital nomad is not as easy as a lot of people might want you to think it is. Because I was struggling with basic things like finding a place where with a decent internet connection. Where I mean, it's a specific case for me because I need to find a place where I can record, so it has to be very silent, no outside noise. So I was struggling quite a lot to find that. Um, the food at some point, it might be a bit difficult to find a place where um, where you know that the food is good quality, that you don't get any problems. So I already had problems for like 2 times. So what I realized about myself is that I tend to settle in really fast in a place, and when I settle in, I usually get kind of lazy and I don't want to try out all the other things anymore. So basically, what I do right now, I go to the same places to eat. I mean, they have like it's like a food court, but with like a huge variety, like 20 different stores. Um, Other than that, I think like traveling all the time will not be possible. So I think if you want to get some work done, or like at least in my case, I realized that it will most probably have to stay at each and every place for at least 2 to 3 weeks, and to be able to get some work done because I started a whole bunch of other new stuff. As you realized, I started the Ask Yann show. I started a new podcast, the Ask Yann Jirash. I know the Ask Yann show. I started working on a new book. I still publish all of my blog posts, and at the same time, I also wanted to launch a new project. So, um, It's gonna be really, really tough and intense, so I won't have a lot of time traveling. But still, I want to see a little bit more. I know already Bangkok quite a bit, so my next destination, no, not Bangkok, but Thailand. Been here 10 years ago. So, like, my next destination in round about 2 weeks will be Myanmar, where I'll be, like, just traveling a bit, working a bit, and just continuing this digital nomad experiment. So that's pretty much like the summary of my first 2 weeks. It's been amazing. I was struggling with quite a few things as well, but the food is great. The weather is nice when it's not raining because it's currently raining season. The people are really nice as well. I didn't have the chance to go out yet, but maybe I'm gonna do that like this weekend, but I'm not quite sure yet. So if you want me to post like more updates about my journey as a digital nomad, if you have any questions, just comment on the video below. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you next time to either another episode of Walk and Talk, or another episode of Ask Yann, or another episode of the digital nomad experiment, like whatever. So I hope you have a great time. See you. Bye bye.